And we're live. We are now live.
Woohoo!
I made it a point in the last one that snuck up on me that we're at 8 o'clock. But I was going to say, this tends to work better if I don't serve as a host. I think like if it's up to me to really like facilitate everything, then we sort of slow down and look at me. So feel free to interrupt me and each other.
Okay.
If anyone finds themselves taking ownership of this, I'll happily step back and it's all yours. Just throw Justen's
Hey, there we
up
go. Our
there
first
as
comment.
as
Just
a reminder.
glad to see everybody in the chat.
Yeah, there is a slight delay, but if you're watching this and you know one of the answers, you can type it in a comment, and it'll just be way too late, but we'll acknowledge it later. I forgot to ask you guys that if you guys want to introduce yourselves, why don't we start there? We were just about to in the private side, but now to the hundreds of viewers at home. Who are you guys?
Like just on a basic level, or are we gonna like philosophical? Like, who are you?
A little bit of both. I don't see why not.
All right, I'll go first. I'm Allison. I am originally from Chicago, went to college with Shaun in Indiana, and I have been in LA for the past 12 years, which is crazy. I'm not anywhere, well, I'm a little bit close to the fires, but not in an evacuation zone.
Good.
I'm an actor and a writer, and puns are a daily part of my life.
I'll go next since I'm here in the middle. My name's Justen, father of two, husband of one, originally from Kansas. Now I'm in St. Louis, and I play Frisbee with Shaun and Kellen. Well, they let me play Frisbee with them. But.
I am Carl. I am from Kansas City, actually. I shouldn't really reveal any more personal details in case any of my family ever gets wind of this. My mother does have a link to this site, so probably sometime in the next month or two she'll find it and take a peek. But I work with Shaun at the college school in St. Louis. Still accepting applications.
If you know anyone.
Yeah.
I'm Kellen. I play Frisbee with Shaun, and I live in St. Louis.
Wood Email. Do you know Mr. Email?
I know Grant Wood. He's my bandmate from Kansas City.
Oh, no. What does Grant play?
Grant plays guitar and he sings like an angel.
Oh, we'll have to get him on sometime then.
Absolutely. He's also 6'5", which only matters because I'm not.
Yeah, my roommate in college was 6'8", and that always got a little awkward.
Yeah.
So as we get into the game here, I just wanted to say it was as we came up with the idea for this whole thing. There was the idea of points and prizes and excitement like that, and that's sort of been discarded just because it's kind of hard to keep track of and stuff. And so I thought if we all wanted to do it just to make it more exciting, if everybody Venmos me like $250, then I'll give that to the winner at the end. But that way we all sort of have some skin in this. What do you guys say?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have my phone on me, so I'll just assume you've sent it, and then I'll divvy it up afterwards if that works.
Perfect.
Grant Wood is already, that's the first pun of the night right there.
2 puns.
2 puns.
No pun. Well, 1 pun, 1 comment. Wait till my mom gets on here. She's going to tear this thing up.
My mom has been a frequent commenter in the past, and it's wonderful. That's support. That support is a happy thing. Well, do you want to get started?
Let's move into round one.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
keep
we
the
can't
pace.
jump
Let's
right
keep the
into
pace
round
going
one.
here.
But at the risk of demonetization.
Should we start off with an easy one here?
Are we? How does this work, by the way?
We'll explain that in a second. Sorry, Justen and I had a conversation, and I want to read this text from him that said, your cue is when you say, quote, at the risk of demonetization, and then he's going to say something. And so I said that, and he hasn't said his thing.
Sure. So I was banking a little too heavily on our comedic timing, it would seem. So I'll lead into a pun here, at the risk of demonetization, just to get things flowing. So the prompt is, K-Fed never stopped her from enjoying this delicious dill snack. And then the panel here will provide their guesses for the answer.
Which
How do we do that?
category is this?
This is just an icebreaker. Celebrity.
The game hasn't even started.
Yeah. Celebrity icebreaker. K-Fed never stopped her from enjoying.
Do we just shout things out?
Go for it, Carl.
Sure.
Brittany Pickle Spears.
Well, let me correct you. It's Brittany Pickle Spears, babe.
That was totally unexpected.
It was like the first time I've ever heard that pun.
That's good.
Brittany Pickle Spears, a popular brand here in the Midwest.
Yeah, so Justen texted me that we could nail that, and I think we did.
There's always room for improvement. I feel like next season we'll raise the bar just a little bit higher than it may be currently.
So the game itself, we've switched the format a little bit, and I didn't update the different
in round one.
Those things. I didn't update the intros. And so there's going to be a little bit of a disconnect between what is said and what's actually happening. So in the past, round one has been where we've taken some time with some puns that were some prompts for puns that were sent out to each other ahead of time. But instead, round one this time is going to be sort of a rapid fire-esque situation, which we're going to just stumble through together. So ignore what you're about to hear, but we need to do this for the sake of the formality.
In round one, players will take turns sharing a prompt for a predetermined pun and letting the other players come up with their best guess. Correct guesses get 5 points. Guesses better than the original will be worth 50 points.
Okay, so upon hearing that, that's actually, fine. It's essentially what we're doing. The game, every round is the same. One's just slower, and it's going to be round two. So the category here is so the theme tonight is food and recipes and cooking. And so the round one category is recipes using clothing items. And so if you'd like to share a brief prompt, and then we'll just keep this moving a little faster than we will round two. But I'll start. This is an Asian food dish involving some lower leg coverings found on a pirate ship, potentially. We're looking for crab rang pantaloons here.
Of course.
And so that's the bar. This is where the knight's expectations are currently. And so if you loved the past 10 seconds of your life, get ready. Get ready.
I feel like I have
hard. That was hard.
I think I have a decent one to follow that. Bedazzle your wieners with some denim.
I assume it's hot dog. But
it's a form of it's a different name for a hot dog. How long do we go before I just say it like that?
I think once it gets awkward like that, in round one, just go ahead.
It was Frank and Jeans instead of Frank and Jeans.
I'm there.
Let's
I'm there. So everyone's got the hang of it now, right?
Yeah.
So if we need energy, I can bring that back, no problem. That's on standby. And Grant was nice enough to comment, wow, which I can put on the screen as many times as necessary throughout the night, and it'll seem like things are really, really exciting.
Yeah. He might not be on too long. I don't know.
I can still put this up for days,
Yeah, okay.
all night.
Well, let's keep right on rolling here. I'll throw one out for everyone's enjoyment. These bottoms are an early springtime favorite of any sorority girl looking to satisfy her thirst for comfort and attention. Now available in grape and orange flavors.
I was going to say, is thirst the only cue to it?
No,
being
we
a
could
food?
switch it. I wouldn't focus on that. You could even say hunger. Any sorority girl looking to, satisfy their hunger for comfort and attention. Now in grape and orange flavors. Don't forget that.
Great.
Kellen, what you got?
I have nothing. Something to do with Kool-Aid or Gatorade, maybe?
That's close. We're looking for Jello shorts, obviously. Jello
Oh.
shorts. Yeah.
This was a response,
Oh,
I
wow.
believe, to the Frankfurter. And to be fair, it's not that it's necessarily a super long delay, but it takes me a while to put one on the screen, and they only go on the screen if I click them. So if you say something and I don't put it on the screen, it's that I've judged you and determined it not worthy.
This is rough. I have one I think people will get. It's not as sophisticated. It is also an Asian noodle dish, I should say, preferred by Tucker Carlson.
Is this bow pad Thai?
It is those three things in some order.
Is it pad bow tie?
That's what I wrote down. but
Okay.
I like yours better.
I have bow pad Thai on my list.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. That works. Kellen, do you want to join the game?
I didn't do any for this category. I'll think of some maybe as we go.
All right, we can roll into another one of my just absolute stunners here. These stylish 70s era trousers are often filled with meats, rice, or cheese and have a flair for spicy deliciousness.
I feel like when I hear these, I think of things I almost thought of myself and abandoned because I couldn't connect it. And it's just like, Allison, you said you've been thinking about this nonstop for the past however many days.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a giant blur of half-baked puns for me. That wasn't
What
a
a
cooking pun.
What? How about
Well-
Taco Bell bottoms?
Oh.
That's pretty nice. You're along the line. So I was looking in the area of stuffed pepper bottoms or stuffed bell pepper bottoms, but I like Taco Bell too. That's a solid thing.
It's good.
That
They haven't
resonates more
sponsored the
closely
stream
with me.
yet, so we're trying to leave out any
Yeah.
hey there, Taco
I
Bell.
see.
Once they hear about our concurrent viewers, gonna leap at the opportunity.
Is that worth points / money? Or
Yeah. Yeah, let me see.
Because I already Venmoed my $350.
Oh, did you? Hang on, here we go. And there.
Oh.
Carl has 200 points.
So I think maybe the author of the pun should receive some sort of points as well for making it so approachable and intuitive.
All right. Justin also has 200
All right.
points.
I like to hear.
This is a nice upscale fish that's been heated in a pan on both sides and to be worn around the neck on fancier occasions.
I just want to blurt out Jackson Pollock, just because Pollock is a fish, and that's really what I'm
That's
feeling
a
right
great
now.
pun
So, yeah,
for.
Jackson Pollock.
I mean, category 2 is celebrity recipes, and I feel like that would have been
All
right
right.
there for that.
I'll holster that one for now.
Yeah.
To be continued.
This is worn around the neck, but under the shirt.
I'm thinking of Ascot.
It is a seared sea bascot.
Oh,
Mm.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Do I get 4 points?
Stinky.
Yeah, sure. Just know that you have them. Making
Yeah,
these
you don't have
banners
to
is
keep
hard
putting them
work
up.
for me.
I'll keep track.
Keep it
I
tally.
have one.
Let's have it.
This is a hearty dish that will keep your robe cinched up after a busy night.
Belt? But would a belt be unique to a robe?
I feel like a sash, but succotash.
Is it like sushi? Like sashi?
The answer is bangers, and sash.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, I have one. Keep this purple nightshade warm with a cheesy jacket.
Purple nightshade. I feel like no. Go ahead.
Eggplant parka Shaun.
I sat on parka for about 15 minutes tonight and just concluded there was nothing that could be done with it. See, I thought you were going with this one, which is from my list, and this is a cheese dish to keep you warm but not hot during the fall in California.
Warm but not hot. California.
I feel like toying with fondue here because it's warm, not hot. It's cheesy, but
this
no,
one
not a
is
lot
as
of-
simple as Monterey jacket. Kellen, as you hear these, having not thought of any yourself, are you inspired to know that you two could have come up with something as good as Monterey jacket? Or are you sort
I
of
am.
down on yourself?
No, I could have come up with that, and I didn't.
I have one more in this category, and mine is an Asian noodle soup, but it's not for the ladies.
For men?
We're looking for raw menswear.
So I don't know if we can end on that one. We might need to finish a little stronger. I will offer up a comfortable alternative to heels, available in fried, boiled, or mashed.
I want to say potato wedges.
Potato
Hey.
sandals.
Potato
Potato.
wedges, right? There you go. So the wedge style shoe, a comfortable alternative to heels.
Oh.
And
Hang on, let me update
200
this.
points.
yeah,
Let me add
way
my
to
name
go.
to this.
Whoever wrote that easily accessible pun.
Shaun, I got one
It is.
before if we're gonna leave this category. I
Oh,
just
let's
came
have
up with
it.
one. I was inspired. This is also an Asian dish that you would measure with the waist and inseam, specifically for men, not women.
That is hyper specific.
And
That really rules out most options. I want to say something with a tailor, but
It's moo guy pants.
what is it?
Mugu guy pants.
Yeah.
That's a good one for on the fly. I
Yeah.
love that, Kellen. I don't know if we can stop on that one either. Maybe I need another
I
one
actually
here.
have 3 more.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go from I'll go for not as strong. This cut of beef will leave you legging for more. There's a pun in the clue.
Is it a
double
skirt steak?
A mini skirt steak.
Oh. I have one more I can add. It is how Mr. Green Jeans sometimes liked breakfast. Am I too old? Was that too old, Mr. Green Jeans?
No.
I can't get there.
Yeah, the reference is lost on me, or I'm going to be really embarrassed here in just a second.
The answer is eggs, easy overalls.
Mm.
I got it. It's Grant. It's Grant. He said, "Stop running the wow thing."
Whoops.
Because here's the thing. That's my mom.
Her time has come.
That's awesome.
Big Cheese is my father.
Well, hey, in the theme of cheese, let's keep the cheese puns rolling. This Swiss-inspired garment of meat and cheese owes its popularity to Levi Strauss and ham and chicken and cheese.
Oh, cordon bleu jeans.
It's all about pacing. There we go. Chicken cordon bleu jeans. How about that? This connection, Carl. We're going to have to play Frisbee together or something.
I had to redeem myself from the flat overall.
No, I think we just need to binge watch some Mr. Green Jeans after this. Bring ourselves up to speed.
I think it's an age thing.
All right, Allison.
You didn't tell me I was going to be the oldest, Shaun.
I'm sorry, Carl.
All right, I got one or two more. You'll get plenty of belly in this piggy dish.
Is it just a pork belly shirt?
Yep. Actually, I had that was my second option, but the first one was a braised pork crop top instead of
the chop.
Chop, yeah.
Yeah, I like the belly shirt. Who else had?
Allison's got one more to go.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Okay. This sheep flesh meal is great for a business lunch.
Sheep flesh.
You can think Seinfeld as a clue. The Seinfeld episode. I think you're wearing one, Shaun. Looks like a mutton down shirt.
That I believe is the sound you want to hear. That's the sound of success.
Well, let's take that energy right on to round two, shall we?
Hang on. I got one for this. Here we go.
Round 2 is a lightning round. Players will come up with puns based on the same general prompt. Good answers are worth 10 points. Great answers are worth 25 points.
So yeah, that's entirely inaccurate. This is going to be the slowest of rounds. So we all shared some prompts for puns with each other prior to this and have had a little bit of time to think. And so if there's some that you have a guess on, that's how we'll do it. So if anyone says, hey, I know Carl's number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, let me know. We'll put it up. I've got them all here and we'll start the guessing.
Okay, I just glanced over the first one. I saw that I wrote down Kellen's first one. Do you want to...
An unappetizing, watery meal for a grunge musician?
Yeah. Dave Gruel.
That is correct.
I was too slow on getting that banner created. Dave Gruel. I was stuck on Kurt Cobain for a long time.
Yeah.
Gruel hits me more as a pop man, an alternative rocker, more than he does a grunger. Hot take, I know.
That's a different show.
Completely unrelated. Has anyone seen the YouTube video of the Foo Fighters concert with Kiss Guy?
Mm-mm.
It'll make your day. Just go Foo Fighters Kiss Guy. There's a guy in Kiss makeup that they bring on stage, and it's fantastic. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you happy.
Can't wait.
It's so good that I just decided to mention it and derail what little momentum we had for this round. That's how good it is.
I think my mom left.
Doesn't mean we can't keep putting her on screen.
I have one that I liked, but I don't remember. I just made a list, so I don't know whose it is.
We'll go for it.
It might be Allison's. If you've got too many babes in your arms and need a quick meal for the kiddos, make sure to add plenty of cheddar to this classic noodle favorite. And I believe the answer is Mickey Rooney and cheese.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, I guess we didn't say the theme of this round is celebrities and food. So we're done with the clothing items and food. We've moved on to celebrities.
So I'm kind of wondering why nobody knows who Mr. Green Jeans was, and yet there's a reference to like a 1935 film.
But you're the only one that got it.
I had a guess, but it was Octo Mac and Cheese. Octo Mom was the and then Mac and Cheese was the classic noodle favorite. I feel like that's a close second.
It's not a bad guess. Did anyone have any? My first prompt was.
I know your second one.
Yeah, I think I have your second one too. I just kept mumbling Angela Lansbury over and over again with your first prompt, so I don't know.
The only thing I could come up with your first prompt. Do you want to say what the prompt was for the viewers?
This is a fowl dish prepared to the exact specifications of the voice of a teapot.
I kept saying Angela Lansbury over and over, and then I tried to do something with cransberries.
That's not a bad Angela Lansbury. I was going simply for duck a la Angela Lansbury.
That was on the tip of my tongue
Right.
too. That's
And I think it's time for me to come clean that it's difficult to come up with like categories that can have potential for a whole lot of things in them, like choosing what's going to be what for what episode. But duck a la Angela Lansbury was the entire muse for, well, let's do cooking stuff. Like 2 weeks ago, it was just like, that's kind of funny. And here we are.
Wow.
My second one was a little low hanging or fruit.
I know it.
yeah. I think I know it too.
Oh, everyone all at once. Eggs.
Eggs Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
That was fun.
No, that's incorrect. It was something even funnier, but now I'm not going to say what it is. It was like super, super clever, but you'll never know. Who else is here?
Are we going just through each person's, or are we jumping around?
We're jumping around popcorn style.
Okay.
I have my. Oh, go ahead, Allison. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think I know Justin's first one. The clue. I don't have the clue in front of me.
It is.
I can read it off unless
Go ahead.
It'll be up on the screen. So the first prompt for me is a quintet of autumn coffee drinks that really like to zig-a-zig-ah.
The pumpkin spice girl latte.
So the order for my official answer is slightly different, but that's definitely the answer. So pumpkin spice latte girls was what I was shooting for there.
That's good.
I really just look for excuses to say zig-a-zig-ah, and this was a golden opportunity. So
I think all you needed was that as the clue. Well, I still would have gotten it.
some people are on different levels here, so we just have to make sure that everybody has
Are you return to see my Spice Girls poster? No.
I framed mine out too.
Yeah.
I got it right only because my son is here. So
A Spice Girls aficionado.
he told me what the answer was.
So Kellen, I think I've got your number 2 here. Does anybody else think they've got a solid response for Kellen's number 2?
I think I
Kellen's-
have a wrong answer.
Which one is that?
So
Kellen's
that's
number 2 is Parks and Rec
actor.
Oh,
made out of spare meat parts. And I did, this was one that I did research on, and still, like, I looked up the Parks and Rec cast, and I'm just going through.
I did research until I came across a picture of a pie with sardine heads sticking out of it. It's called a stargazer pie, for those of you that are intrigued. And then I decided that I had enough internet for the day and concluded research. But the stargazer pie is a traditional English baked dish that has sardine heads poking out of the top of it. It's just exactly what you're picturing right now. Stargazer pie.
Is that part of
that your
the answer, or is that
No,
just
that
a
was
fun
just my
fact?
rebuttal to your agony over researching this on the internet and not coming
gotcha.
up with the correct answer. So
My father asks, "Who are the Spice Girls?"
Ah.
That is
this
the
was
right answer.
Jeopardy. Yeah, we'd be there. So my guess for Kellen's number 2 is Amy Polish sausage.
oh, I had a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a different one too, and I don't think it's right though. Go ahead.
My guess was Nick Offelman.
That was my actual answer. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Offal, OFFAL being intestines or tripe,
Hmm.
as we all know.
Yeah.
Mr. Green Jeans used to eat it every day. Can I do the other one that was the
Hang on,
significant
Allison.
other?
Did you have a third answer
yeah.
to that?
It was Amy. What did I say? Amy Pollard pork.
Yeah, I like the Amy Poehler reference better. I think there should be some sort of voting mechanism for next season that we could maybe identify stronger answers.
I also think for the next episode, we'll tell everyone as a prerequisite to really familiarize themselves with Mr. Green Jeans.
Oh, they'll be familiar enough by the end of this thing.
Yeah, next one.
So, Carl, before you give the right answer to Kellen's number 3, let me give a not right answer.
Hang on.
If I may.
We just keep saying these things that no one knows what we're talking about. None of our.
Well, I can read it off if you'd like me to provide.
Go ahead.
So the prompt is number 2's significant other made into candy on a stick. And the not right answer, obviously number 2, meaning the vice president, but we're talking about his significant other. So this is Karen Pence, and her little known nickname, Karen Sugar Daddy Pence, is the candy on the stick.
So I read this as a reference
I
to
got
his
something
answer for
different.
number 2.
Yeah.
Like Amy Poehler's significant other. If Amy Poehler was the answer to Kellen's number 2.
Oh,
Oh, I read it as number 2 from Austin Powers.
Oh no, I read it. I don't know. I read it as
me
the
and Carl were on
significant
the
other.
same page,
Yeah.
apparently.
Anyway, so if you had Amy Poehler, you couldn't get to this one.
sure.
My answer was Megan Mullally-Pop.
That is correct.
So just for clarification's sake, the Karen Sugar Daddy Pence.
Is not correct.
Incorrect.
All right.
It is fun though.
That's not a
I
bad nickname.
doubt that she's very fun, but that was fun.
I think, where are we? I think it's Justin's third one.
Do we need to
I
read
have that
or
one.
Colonel? Will that be up on the screen?
It'll be up on the screen.
All right. And this is a little bit of a crossover prompt. So, Allison, if you didn't participate in the game series earlier this year, this is a difficult one to suss out.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not that difficult.
I'm very familiar with Space Jam, so I'm gonna guess Danny DeCito.
So that's close. That's close. This is where that link with the earlier episode ties in. Does anybody else have a guess before I read the actual answer?
Is it Danny Dorito?
It is Danny Dorito. You have to the word Dorito there, but didn't used to be orange is a carryover joke from another stellar stream that Shaun and I participated in.
There's a game called Lies Game that we played, which was perfect. That's all I can say. There was one there's one of Allison's that I labored over and could get nowhere with, and I don't know if anyone else had any. Whoops.
The only one I have of hers is the fourth one. I think I have a guess. Number 1 and number 3.
Yeah, this is her number 3. Serve this Hawaiian dish in an orange and green clay bowl. And this was one that I spent minutes of my life on that I will never get back, and I want resolution.
I think the guess I make will offend the entire Hawaiian culture. So I'm probably not going to even take a shot at this one.
I had a guess.
Go for it.
Which is also offensive, but maybe not as offensive. But it was poi pot. But then I thought, is the kind of genocidal former leader of Cambodia a celebrity? I don't know.
Yeah. The really big clue there was orange and green clay. And the answer was Gumby and Poke Bowl.
Oh.
That's right around that Mr. Green Jeans era. There, play animation.
Is Gumby green or bluish green?
Oh, he's green.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
My hue on my TV must have been skewed. Any others in the list that people had good guesses for?
Sure. So I think a strong guess for Allison's fourth one. If anybody else thinks they have a weak guess, I will yield to their. So I think it's. Should we read the prompt here? There we go.
Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can with that copy and paste.
All right. So I think the answer is Dax Shepherd's pie.
Mm-hmm. And then I had if you want to have a bonus, you can add some Kristen Bell peppers for some flair.
I had Emily Hampshire goose. I went with Schitt's Creek, right? Don't get caught without a paddle.
Yeah. Well, without a paddle is a movie that Dax Shepard is in.
Just a cinematic classic.
I overthought it.
Seth Green and Jamie Kennedy. Who's the third in that?
It might be him. I don't actually know. I don't remember.
I think I'll binge watch some Mr. Green Jeans, throw in Without a Paddle, and then finish Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah. I know the answers to all three of mine.
I think I have a guess for Shaun's third one.
I've got a guess for that one too. Allison, you can go first, and then I'll.
Okay. This was another one that I kind of was driving me nuts because I was trying to name all the Bruces that I could think of, and none of them seemed to go with any dishes. So I went with Bruce Linguini.
Bruce Linguini's a good guess.
I like it. So I went a different direction with my answer here. So I went with Bruce Wayne, same Bruce. His butler's name is Alfred, and so now we've got Alfredo. And Alfred's last name happens to be Pennyworth. So I went with Penne Alfredo. And that's my answer.
I would say this is an instance where your answer is better than mine. Mine was simply Fettuccine Alfred the Butler.
Okay.
But I was unaware of his last name and its potential for a pasta pun on the front like that. That's good stuff. Yeah, I think... it's the bonus song. Let me pull Carl's up.
I'm sorry I sent them only today.
Yeah, and Allison, your first one threw me for a loop. I got stuck again in a rut and just continually said Jack Nicklaus over and over again because of the eagle reference. I thought you were talking about golf, and then his logo has the shark on it. And so
I have a guess for that one.
Which one is this?
this is
You
Allison's number one. The you won't find eagle or shark in this spiced curry poultry meal. It's not Jack Nicholas.
I think it's chicken tikka watiti.
You're very close. It was Taika Waititi Marsala,
Fair enough.
obviously.
Yeah. It's an important distinction. Your answer, Carl, was wrong. And that's something you'll have to live with.
That's been made clear. That's been made very clear.
I'm very impressed that you got to that even to the point that you did.
There was a lot of work that went into that. That's mine.
Yeah, this is Carl's second one. And I spent a good deal of time just trying to think of a particular artist, and I couldn't come up with the name, and so I toiled for far too long on this one.
It seems so easy when you're the one who's writing it.
Yeah, this is what I told you.
What were you thinking? Because I kept going back and forth between something with Motley Crue and Lou Reed.
Yeah, Lou Reed was the name I couldn't think of.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to find that name so that I could reverse engineer a fiery poultry dish.
So it's chicken vindaloo Reed.
Oh,
That's it.
I like it.
And then this one, as we're talking about which references resonate with each of us, Carl, this is your other one.
This was slightly outside of the rules, if there are rules, but
Is it Jackson 5 Spice?
interesting. It's not what I had in mind.
Okay.
I could only think of as you put the pressure on yourself to come up with something, it becomes very difficult to come up with anything. And I couldn't think of another set of brothers other than the Jonas Brothers and the Hanson Brothers, and I couldn't do anything with those.
I kept going back to the Isley Brothers too.
Oh my goodness. So should I share?
Yeah.
Again, it was a little
Unless
bit.
Justin's got a guess.
I've got nowhere on this one. Let's hear the real.
Okay, so you were correct in the Hanson.
Oh, it
guess.
was Hanson.
And the dish is
Teapot.
bibimbap.
I am so embarrassed that I did not get this because I kept going back to that dish, and I am a huge Hanson fan, so I'm extremely embarrassed that I missed this one.
It played right into your strengths.
In our bedroom, there is a signed photo of the Hanson brothers, and there's not like a lot of memorabilia. That is the only like artists. Actually, it's the only art on the wall at all is a photo of.
Is it an old picture or a new picture?
It's like 5 years ago. It was for Jesse's birthday. A friend of ours from Valpo, one of my fraternity brothers, who's the weatherman in Tulsa for one of the stations, is good friends with them and did me the solid of getting a signed photo for Jesse's birthday.
Are they shirtless? Or is that none of my business?
Well, if they were, it would be hanging in the kitchen.
Did we do Carl's first one? Because
we did not.
That one was driving me crazy also.
You definitely had a theme of Asian, of Korean specifically, I believe. In the other ones, let's see. Was this a Lionel Richie reference?
I get why you think it was, but it is not. It does refer to a song called All Night.
That's what I kept going back to Lionel Richie, and then I had to Google, and then I found that Beyonce has a song called All Night, and so then I went with Beyonce Burger.
Correct. You got it. 200 points.
So satisfied that I got that one.
So there's one more of mine we haven't guessed on, and I hate to deprive the viewers of this absolute gem. So it's the number 2 prompt from me. And this version that I'll read now is a little bit revised from the one that was sent out earlier, and it may lend a little insight into where we're headed. But this is
I will
an
take this
odd
down.
vegetable medley that Will.I.am and Forrest Gump have quite a fondness for.
Forrest
I
Gump
got-
and Will.I.am. Okay, so not Fergie.
Well,
Okay.
Fergie works too. I felt like Will.I.am may just kind of nudge us in the right direction here.
So it's black-eyed pea something.
Black-eyed peas and carrots.
There we go. Black-eyed peas and carrots. There was going to be bonus points if there was the Forrest Gump accent when you read the peas and carrots, but we missed out on that.
I felt like I would have got points deducted for being offensive. So.
What is the peas and carrots that's in
So
Forrest Gump?
the Black-Eyed Peas is a music group that Will.I.am.
I got that one. I get that.
They build, so I just wanted to start at the beginning here instead of
I
showing.
think they were on
The kids love them. The
guys
kids
still,
love
right?
them. I got the black-eyed peas. I didn't get the peas and carrots.
So peas and carrots is a recurring mantra that Forrest Gump repeats throughout the movie.
Really?
He refers to himself as the peas and Jenny as the carrots because they have such a strong bond and
I got it now.
chemistry together.
I did not remember that.
It was probably the second most influential part of the movie. I think peas and carrots probably stands out.
Yeah. It didn't for me.
Not shrimp. It wasn't. I was.
The shrimp.
My
also
other
was-
guess was shrimp Dumbo.
See, I was on the box of chocolates.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
was trying
That
to
was
work that in.
I remember that a little bit better than the peas and carrots.
Well, that was the number one. So chocolate 1, peas and carrots 2.
I agree with Allison. I think it's chocolate 1, shrimp 2, peas and carrots 3rd and 4th, respectively.
I agree to disagree. So moving on, round 2. Have we cleared up everybody's celebrity prompts, or are there any last minute?
Wait, can someone tell me what Kellen's third one again? Because I forgot and that was driving me nuts. What was the answer to that one?
It was the answer to number 2
It was
was
Sharon
Off the
Sugar
Man.
Daddy Pence.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Okay. Perfect.
Megan Mullally Pop.
That's right. Okay. Now I'm ready to move on to round 3.
Okay, good.
I think I've got a song for this.
The final round puts contestants up against the ultimate test. One final prompt will be given. Players will take turns listing puns. The player with the best pun gets 250 points.
And all of the money that was Venmo'd to me will be Venmo'd to the person with the best pun. But really, it's just round 1 again. But the prompt is recipes or food for criminals.
Okay,
I liked this the best. This was the best category, I thought.
This one was the hardest for me, but I actually ended up coming up with a good amount of them. But this one was hard for me.
This one was the last thing on my to-do list prior to signing on at 7:45 to be here. So it is truncated, not by its potential, but by my time. But I can start. The first is a beef dish that's raw and burned.
Third degree sous vide.
Beef tartarson.
Beef tartarson. And once again, the bar is set.
Okay, I have a decent one to follow that. It's hard to escape the sight of this Asian dish due to its bright color.
What's that? Okonomakapi or something? I'm sure it's not that. But that's an awful Japanese, I think, with raw fish on top of something. Am I thinking of the right thing? Should I stop?
You're
Should I
thinking
stop
of
talking?
Stargazer pie, I think.
That's what it is. Japanese stargazer pie.
It was
Peas and
Chinese-
carrots, man. Peas and carrots. It's all coming back to me now.
Chinese orange jumpsuit chicken.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't see the forest because the trees were in the way. I'm here now.
What was the category?
This is recipes for criminals.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. I have a topical one. Would you like a topical one? A timely one?
Would I?
Yeah.
Grant, would I?
This is hind quarter cooked at low heat in a crock for 4 years.
Hind quarter. Cooked in a crock. See, I feel like I would have had more guesses if you didn't say it was topical, and now I have all these guesses, but they're not topical.
The answer at a low heat in a crock for 4 years, Trump roast. Criminal, not technically. Time will tell.
Yeah. Alleged. In that same vein, I have this is a small amount of pancakes that you don't really tell the IRS about. This is short stacks evasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Bar raised.
Well, not at all related to that. This is an American classic with 100% pure beef patties topped with salt-cured pork and a little B&E for good measure.
Is it a hamburglary?
That's close. We were looking for bacon double cheeseburglar, but you're on the right path there. Yeah.
Oh, the all-American thing. It's not all-American without bacon and being a double.
Oh, see, I did this all wrong. I thought we were supposed to actually have for specific criminals, not just sort of people who fall under the category of
I think you could have done
I think
either.
both. I have kind of a mishmash. There's a few
right.
that are individual people, and then a few that are just concept crime concepts.
All right. I just don't want to. I don't want to be wrong.
No, and I mean, this is the beauty of PUNsolicited is its complete lack of structure and reward, both emotionally and monetarily.
Can I throw one out? Another
Yeah.
one?
Please.
Is that okay? This is a notorious mail carrier's fish patties.
What is the... I can't think of the fish patty brand.
Well, Gordon's Fishermen. They're not a sponsor of the stream yet, but they definitely are the first ones.
Hang on, my phone's ringing.
This is not a brand. A notorious mail carrier's fish patties. The answer: Son of Salmon croquettes. Remember him? We all remember him.
Wasn't he the special guest on Mr. Green Pants that one?
Green jeans, for God's sakes.
Must have been
Not just any fan.
Shaun, can you flash a picture of Mr. Green jeans in his overalls?
Yeah, I can make that happen.
Just okay.
We should keep moving as.
Yeah, while we're waiting on that, I'll offer up another tasty morsel here. Annie is always okay after enjoying this blend of frozen strawberries, ice, and chameau. It's a quick one.
It's
I'll
a
run it past
smoothie
you one
criminal.
more time.
It's a smoothie criminal.
Oh, smoothie.
Smoothie criminal. Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's good. Okay, I got one. This coffee-flavored Italian dessert will have to be served to you.
tiramisu.
I had tiramisu you, but
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take that answer.
Right.
Oh, God.
There he is. There's my friend. But he's not wearing overalls, but sometimes he did.
Yeah, I was looking here in the options, and I really there
There he is.
Doesn't bode well that this is a black and white photo, Carl.
All the other ones are color.
But the overalls reference in particular.
There,
all
look.
the overalls are in
Look.
black and white.
There he is.
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
Maybe there's color photography hadn't quite reached its
Oh,
peak
is
yet.
he with Miss Captain Kangaroo?
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's-
All right.
I mean, that's the show he was on.
Now,
Oh,
I watched Captain Kangaroo.
So did I.
yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember. I don't remember this green guy.
This is peas and carrots, man. Peas and carrots.
Gumby and Pokey.
Get that out of there. All right, where were we? We were just on the.
How
Precipice.
bad can this be? I mean,
We'll find out right after your
what are
next
our
example.
limits? What are our limits?
I don't think there are limits.
Okay.
We're nearing the end. We've lost almost all the viewers. The chance of somebody rewatching and making it this far, that's a low chance. So,
Okay.
all bets are off.
This is don't trust this rice, beans, and pork dish around your children.
And this is, you went with the theme of these being individuals.
Yes, right.
And there's so many people I don't trust around my children.
This might be obscure. I don't know. I watched a lot of American Justice or whatever that show was. So these are household names for me.
Starring Mr. Green Jeans.
Well, not so much. The answer, and I hope that you don't know, I hope you don't get it, because that'll make me feel less bad. But the answer is Hoppin' John Wayne Gacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. It's just as well. Because you'll Google it later and you'll think that I'm a terrible person.
Well, I'm just wondering, what's the food part of that?
Hoppin' John. It's a pork, rice, and beans dish.
Oh.
I'm unfamiliar with Hoppin' John.
It's
Yeah.
a Hawaiian traditional meal there.
Served in orange and green
That's why. Okay.
pots.
I'm here now.
So I also didn't do any for this round, but I came up with this one as I was listening to you guys.
You don't have to say that disclaimer if you have one. You could have sold it.
This is a former governor of Illinois that you would eat for breakfast.
Oh,
Blagojevich.
Blagojevich. Yeah.
Is it just a Goyevich?
It's Rod Bagel Sandwich.
Perfect.
Well, keeping in the theme of people instead of just crimes, sharing origins from both Italy and Chicago, this cheesy gangster of an ingredient is likely to liven up any dessert or not pay the taxes.
Al Mascarpone.
There we go. There we go.
It's a good one.
I have a organized crime one as well. Bolger's contribution to a potluck.
I don't know.
Nothing. You know Bolger.
Yeah, I can't think of his first name when you say it. When you just say Bolger and I'm on the spot.
All right, to keep things moving, Whitey bean chili.
Oh.
Yeah. If I could have hit Whitey Bulger faster, if I could have made
you would have had it.
could have made that leap.
Yeah.
This is just a general cooking technique used by Asian chefs who don't cross at crosswalks.
Jaywalkers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's walk, W-O-K.
Sure.
Yeah.
You could tell by the inflection when I said jaywalkers that that was in fact the spelling I
good.
was using.
It just I wanted to clarify for
Sure.
High crime, high stakes in that crime. Okay, I got this Polish meat is to die for.
Polish meat.
It's gross.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Is that just commentary on top of this? It's not a clue.
I mean, it's a clue. If you've ever eaten it, you know it's gross.
Hang on 1 second.
Google gross
Yeah.
meat.
Is
See what you
gross
find.
Braunschweiger? Is that Polish?
Gross Polish
Yeah.
meat.
You know, I don't know if you guys can see. My screen shows how many viewers we have right now.
I think it's 5. I've got the
You've got the
Stream
website
up.
open.
yeah. I've got
That means
been
you're one of
monitoring
them
for
as well.
comments. Oh, okay. So, now we're down to 4. So yeah.
But I can see, like, I just notice when that number goes up or down, and I love when it goes down right after something someone says where it clearly seems to be in protest. There was something that shoved them out.
Yeah, who has won as far as kicking people, like making people leave? Who said the most things to make people leave?
I don't know. It's probably me.
This is a close guess here. Is this your dad?
Yeah.
It was Polish kielbasa
I'll just kill.
Oh.
instead of kiel.
But is that really
Kielbasa
gross?
works too.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
I think it's disgusting.
Okay. There, because I Googled it, and there are a lot of gross Polish food meats. This is not something I knew.
I have 2 more on my list. One of them is just when like a well-known cook steals a car.
Grand Chef Auto.
Grand Chef Auto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's Chef CHEF apostrophe T. I want to be clear. It's Grand Chef
Yeah.
Auto.
I didn't know we were supposed to spell all of our puns.
Well, a good pun requires some explanation. That's what really makes them sing. If I can sit you down and walk you through it, that's how you know I just nailed it.
I have only one more, which is probably for the best. Michael loves this carrier for his frozen mint chip treat. Again, it's fairly topical.
That helps. Is it an ice cream cone?
It is a waffle cone.
A waffle cone. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay, I got you're likely to get these sweet buns sooner if you're good.
Cinnamon parole.
Yep.
Get these sweet buns sooner.
So I only have one more, but I don't think it's a closer. Does anybody else have a solid one that maybe I could jump in front of and then us finish strong? Or
I have 2 more, but I don't know if they're closers.
I mean, I have the absolute best one, but it's such low-hanging fruit that we may trip over it on our way out.
I can add one I don't think we've done yet. It's how Mr. Green Jeans sometimes liked his breakfast. Or did we do that one? I don't remember. Anyway, what's yours?
I think that was Kellen's. Kellen said he wrote 2 of them. One was
I spent
Mr.
so
Green.
I feel like I don't know Kellen. He seems like a great guy, but I resent the fact that I spent like 75 hours in preparation for this, and I didn't realize we could just come. Like I totally would have just come. Like
I don't
that
think
he's
I'm-
so much smarter than I am. Like, it's
I
just
don't
like
think
I've
I'm
got a
being-
couple off the top of my head, and they're just as good as yours. So whatever.
I don't think I'm being rude. I don't think I'm being rude or mischaracterizing or even offending Kellen when I say that it's not even close. Kellen is my most apathetic friend. Like, by far. And the fact that you're here is shocking to me. When I asked you to do this months ago, I was shocked you said yes, and I assumed that you just wouldn't do it.
That was my thought earlier
not in the
today or
thumbnail.
yesterday when you texted me to say, hey, are you still going to do that? Was, did I actually say yes?
And and then I had to send you in
And
response
then you
to
sent
did
me a
you say yes, the
screenshot of
you
the
saying
text I sent.
you
Yes.
said sure with no punctuation, which is by itself a statement. Well, my last one is just it's an attack on the most common of spices.
Just assault.
It's an assault.
Yeah.
Assault.
Salt.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just a salt. See?
that's
I kept wanting to do something with bulletproof coffee, but I was like, it's there. That's it. There's no pun. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since I have two more, I'll do my weaker one, and then Justin, you want to do yours, and then I'll close with one that is
The home
okay.
run, the
That
grand
sounds great.
slam.
let's do it.
All right. This sugary breakfast is likely to kill a number of people.
Just a serial killer.
Red life serial killer,
Life-
but
okay.
All right. So my last one, here we go. It's a colorful, chewy, wax paper wrapped treat that inflicts unwanted harm on more than just your taste buds. I want you to get a picture in your mind when I say colorful, chewy, wax paper wrapped treat.
And what is the other part of it?
What's the rest of it?
Is it a saltwater taffy?
It is a saltwater taffy.
Okay.
It is.
was
If you wanted to get bonus points, aggravated a saltwater taffy, because in the definition, that's the inflicts unwanted harm. We were looking for that aggravated
Okay.
saltwater taffy.
Okay.
I initially went to fruit striped gum because like the striped uniforms, but I like it. It's good. Okay, my last one
This
is
is the grand finale, unless Kellen comes out with a sleeper at the end.
all right. The deliciousness of this fish dish may have to be decided in court.
I'm on jury and trial, and I can't connect it.
Neither of those.
Well, I don't know about that. It might be one of those.
Can you just to stall read it again?
Sure.
Yeah.
The deliciousness of this fish dish may have to be decided in court.
Judge.
Is it a Polish fish dish?
No, I don't think it's any particular ethnicity related to any.
How many episodes of Mr. Green Jeans should I have watched to prepare myself for this?
Just one. I think one will do. I'm
Not a
thinking of
complicated
arbitration. No, he's what you see is what you get.
All right, are you ready to be disappointed? It was smoked hearing. There we go. That's the sound I want.
I don't.
That's the
I
sound.
don't think
of
I
the
could
show
have got
being
that
over.
one.
Oh,
Is there a fourth round?
Yeah, Kellen, why don't you take us into it? Yeah, Kellen emailed me, asked like, could I spearhead this idea I have for a round 4? Leave all the details to me, and I said, yeah, go for it. So, no, I have nothing else. That concludes. Does anyone have any parting words? Anything they learned? Anything they took away from saying yes to me texting them about this 8 weeks ago?
There was a lot that I missed from Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah. Oh, and me and
Forrest
Forrest Gump,
yeah.
too. I've seen it probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. Don't remember. I remember it now. Peas and carrots. We go to,
And it's not just from Forrest Gump. I feel like that's a common saying in some
Yeah, I
circles.
get it.
Peas
I
and
get
carrots.
it. I get it.
Kellen, what did you learn tonight? How is your life different now than it was an hour and 9 minutes ago?
I guess that just not responding isn't good enough. I should say no.
And that's a lesson for all of you. Oh, I'm going to play this song and I'll see you guys in the green room after.